Hey, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be my top 10 stocks as we head into Friday, December 13th. This will be a technical analysis breakdown, so if you're someone that uses charts within your trading, or maybe you're just interested in learning more about charts and how they can be used as a tool to help make good decisions as a trader, this will be a video for you. And also, if you trade Bitcoin, I'll do a bonus analysis at the end. First off, a couple clarifications. Number one, the candlestick that you see right there will be moving around and changing. That is because the market's still open for a small amount of time. But I like to do these videos when the market is open because sometimes we can capture some really interesting late day price movement. Second, I'll be using the 30-minute time frame, meaning each one of these candlesticks here represents 30 minutes worth of time. So stock number one, ticker symbol MSTZ, big move for today. Price action wise, monster volume on the day. Did this one in yesterday's analysis, and we were talking about how that 88-cent mark was a key area of resistance. But on the good news front, the price not only got back above that area, struggled a little bit, but now late day today, you can see has really got some separation. So that really leads to the first key question here, because yeah, the question right now is, no doubt about it, this has been a very nice move. But is there any sort of genuine power behind this move? And nobody knows that, but by using the chart, we can make answering that question straightforward. Assuming we can, agree on the premise that price movements with genuine power don't go straight up, because nothing can go straight up, but they're at least going to show progress. So on that note, well, how are we going to define progress? And that is where 87 cents comes into play. So 87, 88, right around that area. So that level goes from resistance now to support. And what I mean by that is, and I'm not saying this will occur, but if the price were to come down here and break down below there, all of a sudden the price has gone right back to where it started. Not exactly a sign of genuine power. Where on the flip side, maybe the price comes down here, behaves like this, and then starts to work its way back upwards. Now all of a sudden, what would you have? Well, you'd have a set of lows there. You'd have lows right there if you envision those as stair-steps. Now you have progress being made in the upward direction. And again, that's what a truly strong move is going to do. Not go straight up, but make progress. And in this situation, quote-unquote progress being defined as staying up above that 88-cent mark. So let's see if it can get that task done for Friday. Next one here, ticker symbol LAES, and another monster move on this one. Talked about this in the previous chart, the previous top 10 video, and talked about how the chart here had formed this bull pennant pattern, but today you can see got a huge move to the upside, and it's actually formed another bull pennant pattern. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that, and let's map out a couple of the key levels. So the main dynamic here that I think probably a lot of people have noticed is that right up here around that $2 mark, the price has just struggled. Now, it hasn't been $2 exactly, but again, close enough. You can see right there, momentum disappeared, and then right here, momentum disappeared. So that's not to say that level can't be broken. It's just saying that as of right now, there's clearly a lot of sellers up around that area. So keep a close eye on right around that $2 mark as the main area of resistance. And then in terms of levels of support, now have a nice little trend line right there. Let me change that to green for support. And then just to illustrate the overall bull pennant pattern, let's keep it one color. So we have our resistance, we have our support, we have the move up right there. For you golfers, let me put the golf float on here. This would be another bull pennant pattern. So no guarantees. Just because something's bullish does not mean for sure the price is going to go up. But is it valid to think that the price comes up here and pushes through there, that break could create additional buying pressure? That is certainly a valid thought process. Next one here, GOEV, and sort of right on the edge of, I don't know, is this a good or bad looking chart? Because yes, there was a huge move, but yes, this is a pretty big pullback. So let's go back to that first chart, MSTZ, and just the whole idea of, okay, well, truly strong moves make progress. And that's really the, kind of the point where this one is at. Is it going to make progress, or is this thing about to go right back to where it started? Which is why I would consider 17.5 cents very, very important. Again, if the price were to come down here and break below there, price essentially right back to where it started. Not exactly a sign of strength when a movement goes and explodes and then goes right back to where it was. So that's, where that's one scenario. But if the price can maintain and then head back up, then as we did earlier, if you envision these as stair steps, so if that's a low and then that's a low, well, now you have stair steps making progress in the upwards direction. So yeah, this chart is kind of right on the, at least in my opinion, it's right on the edge. I'll still give it the benefit of the doubt because the bulls do still have the opportunity to build a higher base. But yeah, they don't have a whole lot of more wiggle room for any really more of a pullback before the price starts to go right back into that range that it broke out from. So yeah, nice move today. Pretty big pullback. But the big question, can the price show some signs of progress on Friday? We'll see. Next one here, ticker symbol RGTI. Very rough mover today, or very rough move today on this one. It did come up and broke out through those areas of resistance, acted like it wanted to be strong, and then pulled back. So a good example there of risk management. Because if you did not use risk management, well, a loss that could have been, somewhere right around here, well, who knows how big it is, because now the price is all the way down there. Now, from the overarching standpoint, so I'm going to go ahead and just get rid of that. Everything is still perfectly fine. As I zoom out the chart, you can see that there's still plenty of opportunity to build higher base and all that. So the whole kind of little bearish attribute there was definitely just geared towards a day trader or scalper that was looking to try to buy that breakout right there. But even with the bigger pullback today, I mean, it's still just hovering right around this purple line anyways, which is the key overall moving average. You can see there's a track record of it already, kind of right there hovering around it before the price recovered. So that's not to say that the price will for sure guarantee to recover again. I'm just saying that assuming you care about the bigger picture, this is nothing new for the chart for it to pull back to the moving average. And, in all actuality, from, a big picture, so we have those areas, and then we have the big move up right here. Essentially what you have is a multi-day bull flag pattern. So again, now, to reiterate, I'm well aware, and this is where my job is a little tricky from a presentation standpoint. If you're the little scalper or day trader that bought right there, you say, what are you talking about bullish? What are you talking about a bull flag? There's nothing bullish about this. And you're right. From your point of view, nothing bullish about this. But I'm trying to make the distinction for someone that cares about the bigger picture point of view. So yeah, today, a bit of a pullback, but from the grand scheme of it all, still overall in an uptrend. Next one here, NVDA, and we have a couple of key levels in the near term that I think a lot of people are watching, especially from a trading standpoint. That trend line right there in particular, you're going to have both longs and shorts watching that level, and rightfully so. You're going to have longs watching it saying, well, I think if the price comes down there, it'll bounce because it's bounced several times before. Fair enough. You're also going to have bears watching that saying, oh, I think if the price breaks through there, I'm going to go short because I could see that creating the next leg down, and I completely see where they're coming from too, which is why risk management matters, because somebody will be right, somebody will be wrong, and that's just how the market goes. But that doesn't take away from the fact that, as far as what I'm seeing right now, I think that trend line is going to play an important role here over the next couple of days. So maybe not necessarily on Friday per se, but certainly by Monday. In terms of if the price does try to bounce, no need to overcomplicate this in terms of areas of resistance. Main battleground, definitely right up there at that pink line, 200 period moving average, which is a little bit a ways, but not totally super far away. And then really just from a pattern standpoint, if we use this trend line, and then if we just pretend that this pink line there is a trend line itself, you can see it basically you have a wedge pattern that is formed. So it just brings up the question, do the bears win? Do the bulls win? We'll see what happens. Real quick, want to take a break and personally invite you to get signed up for this free live online webinar that I'm offering. So if you've been enjoying what you've seen and you want to learn more about this tool, how it can and should be used to build consistency and manage risk, then definitely get signed up for the free live class. If you're watching on YouTube, there's a link down in the description box you can use, or if you're watching right at my website, there's an area on the webpage you can use to sign up. Now, one special note, it is a genuine live event. So a couple things, maybe you already have something on your schedule this evening, or maybe you're watching this Friday morning and you totally missed it. That is okay. Go ahead, send me an email, and I'd be happy to send you a link to the replay so you can watch it at your convenience. But if you can make it live, then definitely get signed up, and I'll see you here in just a few hours. Next one here, ticker symbol RIOT. One of these Bitcoin stocks, and this thing has formed a good solid pattern here, so let's just get the pattern drawn into play. In fact, I guess I could really use this starting point for the pattern itself, yeah. So there's the upper part of the pattern, and then as far as bottom part of the pattern, I'm just going to use that pink line there, the 200 period moving average, as the bottom part of it. So let's convert this to one color here. So we have our resistance, we have our support, we have the nice upwards move there. So we have, again, a multi-day bull pennant, bull flag pattern. Within the pattern, sure, the price has pulled back. So this is where it gets a little tricky. If you're a scalper, day trader, and you bought there, you wanted to buy and sell within 3 minutes, well then, yeah, from that angle, the chart looks terrible for you. But if you care about just the bigger picture of things, or you like to play pullbacks within bullish patterns, well, then yeah, here you go. You got a pullback. It's nearing the bottom part of the pattern. So does it come down there and bounce? No guarantees, but a valid thought process to have. But all in all, nice movement today here for RIOT. Nice little pattern forming, so we'll see if we can get any sort of continuation on Friday. Next one here, we have AMPG, and another nice little pattern here. So yesterday I talked about this one, had the nice move up right here. I'm doing this very crudely. Got the move up, another pullback here, and you're seeing almost a case of deja vu. Now I want to put that pattern a little bit cleaner. So we have the resistance part of the pattern right there. And then we have the downwards part of the pattern right there. So we have ourselves, again, another bull flag pattern. So there's resistance, there's our support, there's a nice move up. So bull flag pattern once again. And, I don't want to, waste your time. You've already heard me talk about these patterns. There's no guarantees, so it's not for sure going to go upwards. But yeah, if it can curl itself back upwards to get a break through that level, then that level very well could lead to a nice solid breakout. Next one here, ticker symbol TSLA Tesla, and pulled back some. So let me extend this out because I did talk about this as a potential pullback point, and it did violate that area, but that was never a do or die level. That was more so a curiosity point. So I'm going to go ahead and just get rid of that level right there because from the big picture standpoint, again, just to really reiterate, I understand if you're a scalper and you bought right there and you're looking to buy and sell within 3 seconds, yes, the chart looks terrible. But from the grand scheme of it all, even with this pullback here, there's no doubt about it, there was this pullback. But part of caring about the bigger picture is saying, yeah, Clay, fair enough, the price pulled back. But what was going on before this pullback? Because I care about the bigger picture. Well, those people would say, well, the price was down here, and it then made that big move right there, which again gives us another bull flag pattern. And you just heard me talk about a bull flag. You've heard me talk about many bull flags. So I'm just going to leave it at that. Tesla definitely has itself a nice little bull flag here headed into Friday. Next one, PALI. And then what I like about this one and find interesting is that, yeah, it started off great. Yeah, it got really, really nasty. And, this is one of these situations where at that point it becomes a question, say, uh-oh, is this just a gap and trap pump and dump? Is this the end of the rut line? But then got an answer, and it didn't seemingly no because the price has worked its way back upwards. Now, that's not to say the price can't roll back over. But again, as I've said, that's why risk management matters. But right now, we do have at least a suggestion that, okay, this pullback is over and enough strength has, shown back up. So do you get another follow through back to the upside? Becomes a very interesting scenario, at least in my opinion. And the key breakout area for that with any sort of upwards move going to be right here around $2.63, give or take a couple pennies, because you can see quite a bit of price congestion right there. And then that was essentially where the price got rejected the last 30 minutes. So as I've said a dozen times, we'll probably say a dozen more times. No guarantees, but is it valid, plausible that if the price can come up here and get a push up through that level there, that break could create a whole nother round of upside buying pressure? Absolutely. So like I said, started off very, very nasty, has started to show some recovery. So can it get the break to the upside? We'll see. Next one here, ticker symbol LCID. Very nice mover today. Now, this is an overall nice looking move here over the past few days. Yeah, there is this bigger pullback here, but even with the bigger pullback, it's still built a higher base, and that's what it's all about. Still has not yet put in a higher low relative to these areas over here, but regardless, you got to give credit where credit's due, especially on the day. Good solid movement. Now, what I'm very curious about moving forward is that area right there at $2 and we'll call it 60 cents. You can see right there, quite the price congestion point. And then you fast forward to late afternoon and surprise, surprise, quite the price congestion point once again. So that's not to say that 260 cannot be broken. I'm just saying it makes sense why it's currently struggling there. But that moving forward, again, self-fulfilling prophecy, whatever you want to call it, if the price were to push up through there, that break in and of itself could create a whole nother round of upside buying pressure and maybe get the price up towards those highs right there. In terms of areas of support, it's been doing a great job recently of building these higher lows, but I think the easiest way to measure that is just watch that purple line. As long as the price stays above that line, as the line itself moves higher and higher, then overall the bulls are doing just fine. But yeah, in my opinion at least, most interesting dynamic, all about 260. Can the price break through it? I'll get to Bitcoin here in just a moment, but again, for you stock traders out there, if you like what you saw here and you want to learn more, then definitely go get signed up for the free live webinar. Like I said, it'll be this evening, Thursday, December 12th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. But if you cannot make it live for whatever reason, go ahead, send me an email to clay@claydraw.com, and I'd be happy to send you a link to the replay. And then also, if you appreciate these top 10 videos, if you enjoy, and you're looking for a super easy way to support the channel, please just hit that subscribe button. It really does help out and goes a long way. All right, now let's talk some Bitcoin. One quick clarification here. I am now on the 4-hour time frame, so each one of these candlesticks represents 4 hours and not 30 minutes, and that is because Bitcoin is open 24/7. And in order for this analysis to remain relevant for as long as possible, I just want to look at a longer time frame and then walk you through some key questions. And based on how you answer those questions, that'll keep the chart relevant for you. So really the first key question, let's say you're watching this video 20 hours from now. Question number one becomes, where's the price at relative to these red lines right here? In fact, too much clutter. Let's just try to make this as clear as possible. Mainly right up there at 102,200. In any way, shape, or form, if you're saying that hey, Clay, I'm watching this 20 hours from now, the price is up above there, that is a good thing. That is bullish, no doubt about it, a good thing. Now, how good of a thing? Let common sense take over. If you're saying it's right there, again, good thing. If you're saying, well, Clay, the price is actually way up there, that's an even better thing. That's just telling you that Bitcoin has broken out and that breakout has gotten that much more continuation. But any question or any way you're answering that the price is above that red line, that would be good. Now, maybe you're saying, well, Clay, actually, I'm watching this and the price is still down below the red line. No problem at all. Where's the price at relative to the pink line there? If you're saying, well, Clay, the price is still above there, fantastic. If you're saying the price is down below there, okay, well, how far down below? And then the reverse issue, well, the further down below that pink line, the more and more precarious the situation has become. But if you're just saying, well, Clay, the price is down below there, but it's up above here. So in other words, it's somewhere right around this area. One word to summarize that current action on the chart, and that would just be an overall consolidation. So we'll see what happens with it, but Bitcoin remaining very, very explosive, but we'll see if the price can ultimately get a break back to the upside or if it just needs to consolidate some more. And as I invited the stock traders, I'm inviting you as a Bitcoin and crypto trader to definitely get signed up for the free class here, because what you'll learn about can and certainly should be applied within the world of Bitcoin and crypto. So like I said, it'll be this evening, Thursday, December 12th at 8 p.m. Eastern time. But if you cannot make it live, like I said earlier, send me an email to clay@claytrader.com, and I'd be happy to send you a link to that replay. And once again, as far as the top 10 videos are concerned, if you enjoy this content, if you'd like for me to continue to make these, if you like seeing Bitcoin, then please support the channel. And a super free, easy way to do that is just to hit that subscribe button. So again, go get signed up for that free class, and hopefully I'll see you here in just a few hours.